May 12, 2026, the South Atlantic Ocean became a stage for a massive display of global naval power. Striking hard through the waves, the multi-purpose aircraft carrier N A M Atlantico successfully led a highly sophisticated bilateral anti-submarine exercise alongside the United States Navy Nimitz-class supercarrier. This was Operation Southern Seas 2026, demonstrating that this massive warship is the undisputed centerpiece of Brazil's maritime ambition. But every roar of the Atlantico's helicopter fleet serves as a painful sting to the British Ministry of Defense. Less than a decade ago, this exact 21,000-ton vessel was named HMS Ocean, the crown jewel of the Royal Navy's amphibious assault fleet. In a decision that shocked the maritime world, London decommissioned and sold this deeply upgraded capital ship to Brazil for just 84 million British pounds, a staggering fraction of its true strategic worth. Driven by severe budget cuts and a desperate gamble to fund the massive Queen Elizabeth-class carriers, Great Britain willingly stripped away its own dedicated helicopter platform. Today, as the British carrier fleet faces embarrassing mechanical failures and critical manpower shortages, the very vessel they cast aside is thriving as a dominant blue water flagship under a foreign flag. Did the Royal Navy commit the ultimate multi-million-dollar blunder by sacrificing their vital capability for short-term financial survival? Before we go on, what do you think is the biggest mistake a Navy can make during a budget crisis? Leave your thoughts below, hit subscribe to join our military community, and tell me where you're watching from. To comprehend the deep roots of this strategic puzzle, we must examine the late 1990s, when the British Royal Navy faced a shifting global doctrine. The end of the Cold War demanded a transition from massive ocean battles to rapid expeditionary warfare and littoral operations. Lessons from the Falklands conflict highlighted an urgent need for a dedicated helicopter assault ship that could act as a forward command center. However, building a large capital ship during a time of major defense budget reductions seemed nearly impossible. The British government demanded a solution that combined high capability with strict affordability, forcing shipbuilders to take a massive gamble. This pressure birthed a highly controversial design philosophy known as partial commercial standards. Vickers Shipbuilding designed the vessel utilizing the structural blueprints of a civilian merchant vessel, specifically a commercial tanker. While the critical areas of the ship, such as the ammunition magazines, engine spaces, and tactical command facilities, maintained strict military specifications, other non-essential structures followed commercial regulations. This unique approach drastically accelerated construction and reduced the final cost to a remarkable 154 million British pounds, giving the Royal Navy exceptional value for money. The result was a highly flexible platform that excelled at transporting 800 Royal Marines and operating up to 18 helicopters, including heavy lift Chinooks and Apache attack aircraft. Yet, this low-cost victory carried a hidden price tag. Commercial steel structures inherently possess a shorter engineered lifespan than traditional warships, which are built to survive heavy battle damage. At the time of her launch, the ship had an expected operational life of only 20 years. London fully understood that, as the vessel aged, structural fatigue would accelerate and maintenance costs would rise dramatically, turning this affordable miracle into a ticking financial clock. By the year 2017, the Brazilian Navy faced a critical emergency when their aging aircraft carrier, Sao Paulo, was permanently retired due to severe mechanical failures. This sudden loss threatened to completely erase Brazil's power projection capabilities in the South Atlantic, a vast maritime zone they fiercely protect. When London placed its helicopter carrier on the market to save defense funds, Brazil recognized a golden opportunity to alter its naval destiny. Buying the ship for 84 million British pounds was a massive financial triumph, but the real secret of this acquisition lay in its advanced technology. In a surprising geopolitical move, Great Britain agreed to leave the ship's most lethal systems fully intact instead of stripping them down. The centerpiece of this technology was the Type 997 Artisan three-dimensional surveillance radar built by BAE Systems. This incredible military sensor can track 900 targets simultaneously from a distance of 200 kilometers, providing unmatched defense against advanced electronic jamming. Furthermore, the sale included the DNA-2 combat management system, giving Brazil a fully integrated command brain. Instead of operating the vessel as a basic transport ship, the Brazilian Navy officially reclassified her as a multipurpose aircraft carrier, renaming her N A M Atlantico. They immediately integrated a powerful air wing consisting of Eurocopter EC-700 and 25 Caracal transport helicopters and Sikorsky S-70B Seahawk anti-submarine aircraft armed with Penguin anti-ship missiles. By pairing the commercial hull design with British radar technology, Brazil transformed a retired asset into a modern fleet flagship. This smart move gave them an affordable command platform that completely surpassed the older capabilities of their previous carriers, shifting the balance of naval power in the Southern Hemisphere. The strategic reality of this transfer became undeniable during the critical deployments of 2025 and 2026. Under the direction of the Brazilian Ministry of Defense, the Atlantico successfully led Operation Atlas, transporting over 1,100 soldiers and 435 tons of military vehicles to secure the United Nations Climate Change Conference. Even more revealing is a long-term support contract signed with the British defense giant Babcock International, proving that while the flag has changed, the technical heart of the ship remains dependent on British expertise. This creates a bitter paradox for the Royal Navy. While Great Britain faces severe readiness crises with its massive Queen Elizabeth-class carriers, the ship they abandoned for short-term savings is projecting power across vital maritime corridors. London sacrificed a highly reliable, cost-effective amphibious platform to chase expensive supercarriers that now struggle with mechanical downtime and acute crew shortages. Meanwhile, Brazil has secured its position as the dominant naval power in the South Atlantic, using the ship to protect vital offshore energy resources and even experimenting with vertical takeoff unmanned aerial vehicles to create a modern drone carrier. The deeper lesson of this historic trade is that near-term financial cuts can easily cripple long-term strategic defense capabilities. A great navy is not built simply by owning the most expensive technology, but by maintaining a balanced, resilient fleet that can answer the call when global tensions rise. Great Britain focused entirely on the future, but lost a critical capability for the present, leaving a massive vacancy in its amphibious forces. Did the British government shortchange their own national security by selling this versatile warship? Or was it a necessary sacrifice to enter the supercarrier era?